Good evening, Mrs. Quartermain. May I...
Ah, Jennings, what did Frisco say to you?
Excuse me?
About the Harrington estate disturbance. What did he say?
I'm sorry. I don't think I understand what you...
Oh, I get it. You forgot to tell me, and you're just trying to cover up, aren't you?
No, ma'am.
Well, then what?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Somehow I believe that silly look on your face. It's Tracy, isn't it? She's behind. Where is... Never mind. I'm going to find her myself. Tracy!
Well done, Jim. You really do deserve a raise for putting up with that one.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I didn't know that you were...
Since you are so adroit at handling my sister-in-law, I wonder if you could do me a little favor and keep her away from me for a while longer.
If I can.
Oh, I'm sure you can. I have great faith in you. I'm expecting a call from Mr. Baldwin, and if we get the information I'm expecting, it will definitely take the wind out of her sails.
Aye, aye, ma'am. A pleasure.
Thank you, Jennings.
Hey, come on, turn off this light. Is, Evan Jerome, is he around?
Why?
Why? I want to talk to him.
What about?
It's nothing bad. It's not like police business or something like that. It's just, my name is Scott Baldwin.
Who cares?
Well, he would care. He would care what it is I have to talk to him about.
So what makes you think he'd be interested?
Well, I heard he was a smart guy, and I've got an offer for him. One of those offers you can't really refuse. So why don't you just cut the light and come out here, show yourself.
Really works.
Hey, that light was kind of bright here. Just give me a minute to focus my eyes again.
Yeah, that's good. That's all you got. 1 minute.
Evan, right?
50 seconds.
Okay. Numbers. You want to talk about numbers? That's what we'll talk about.
35 and counting.
Okay. How about big chunks of money, inheritance, things like that? Am I starting to interest you just a little bit here?
You got 10 seconds. Tell me why you think I'd be interested.
Because you're a Jerome, and I think that anybody would be interested in the kind of news I got to tell you.
Well, if you're talking about some stash of diamonds, I already know about it.
What do you mean you already know about it?
Yeah, I know about it. My grandfather so graciously sent me a letter about a year ago. I returned the letter and never heard anything more. That's all there is to say on the subject.
Well, no, I think there's a little more to say on the subject, a little bit more. Quite a bit to say about, what we got here. We're talking about a lot of stones.
Yeah, about 100 of them.
No, more like 90, to be exact.
Yeah, perfectly cut. Priceless.
Your grandfather's dead. Did you hear me? Your grandfather is dead.
He was old. Old people die.
Yeah, well, Olivia and Julian are dead, too, and they were kind of young. You are the sole survivor. You will inherit his whole inheritance, man.
So what makes you the authority on the Jerome estate?
I just had business dealings.
Business?
Yeah.
I was never part of the family or the business.
Well, that's kind of hard to believe. Those letters that your grandfather wrote you, it seems like he was quite fond of you, and, fond enough that he left you something, all this time. He must have some kind of
You
impact.
don't know just as much as you think you do you, Mr. Baldman?
The name's Baldwin, okay? But you can call me Scott, and I'll call you Evan, okay?
Wrong again.
Hey, what's the matter with you? What are you giving me the runaround here for, You send me over to this pub, you got your pals over there, you sick that 9-foot Nazi on me, and then I'm chasing around the parts of Berlin here I've never been to before that seem a little shaky to me, I came over to give you a little family news. I'm not the one you should be mad at
Look,
here.
stop saying my family. I am a Jerome by name only.
Lucky you.
Yeah, well, that's a matter of opinion. I hardly know anything about them. I was shipped across the ocean and into school when I was 5 years old.
And you've been here ever since.
Yeah, and I haven't felt deprived for 1 minute. The
Well,
only thing I know about them is the things that I read in the newspaper. You see, American mobsters aren't that interesting to Europeans unless they're up on the big screen.
Well, is that what you got going here? You doing a movie about mobsters?
You don't listen very well, do you?
No, I guess not.
Let me spell it out for you. First, I know nothing about the Jeromes. Secondly, I don't want to.
Yeah, well, let me just spell something out to you. I'm about to give you 90 perfectly cut diamonds, and you better play around here with this home video equipment. Is that more important than money, rocks?
They're all here and accounted for, Edge.
Great. As you can see, Mr. Baldwin, I have work to do. All right, let's get in places. Let's pick it up from where we left off yesterday. I want to set some shots up. Let's go from 1. There it is. Yeah! Come on, we're gonna rock it tonight! Feel the music. Smile for me. Yeah. Come on. That's it. Hey, come on. Gotta get the energy up. Gotta get it up. Come on, it's the polka you're doing here. I rock and roll. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Did he say you could stay?
Yeah, he said it was okay. I'm not really in the way here, Fraulein.
You better not be. Edge doesn't like interruptions.
Let me ask you something now. Where did he get this name, Edge?
He always used to go by his initials.
So that would be like, how you doing, EJ?
Yeah, but a person from the underground first changed it to Edge, and he loved it. It suits him, don't you think?
I don't know. Does he wake up sort of edgy?
No, he's on the cutting edge of everything, like his work. Nobody's where he is. He's on the cutting edge of imagery and technology.
Oh, so in other words, what you're saying, he's like a big star here in Berlin. He makes a lot of francs?
No, but he will.
Keep going. Yeah, keep it going. There you go. Bring it home. Come on, rock and roll. That is it. Oh, good work. That's a wrap.
Good.
Oh, you still here?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go catch the last flight back to Port Charles. So you don't want to come?
Yeah, you do that. Nah.
Sorry we didn't do business.
Yeah, well, I'm not. As you can see, I got all the business I can handle right here.
See you around.
Good grief, Lucy.
Did you actually think you could hide from me, Tracy?
I'm not hiding from anybody.
Well, then why don't you tell me why you were avoiding me?
Avoiding you, that's a different story. There's no news there, Lucy.
Why were you snooping around the Harrington place?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't stand it, can you, that I'm going to have the biggest and the best place in Port Charles? It really galls you, doesn't it?
Are you interested in the Harrington estate?
Yes, what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Trace, come on. I can see your little wheels turning inside your brain.
Well, since you asked, what I was thinking, do you really want to know?
Obviously, or I wouldn't have asked.
Okay, well, I think that the Harrington estate is all right by Port Charles standards to bring a baby into, I mean.
It's all right.
Yes, exactly. It's all right. Of course, compared to what Ashton and I were living in when Ned was born, well, our mansion had a driveway that was 20 blocks long leading up to the house. The nursery could hold triplets, and you wouldn't even know they were there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a first boarding call for Flight 402 to New York City's Kennedy Airport. We will be departing on schedule. Meine Damen und meine Herren, die erste Aufruf für Flug Nummer 402.
Say,
nach
Baldy,
New York City.
an extra ticket?
Danke.
What? New York, New York. It's my kind of town.
Yeah, if you got a lot of money.
Well, for what I hear, I'm about to come into a pretty large inheritance.
Well, that's... Get yourself down to Port Charles, maybe.
Well, I thought that's where we were going. I can stop off in New York on my way back.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let me get you a ticket. Save my place in line.
You got it.